important thing is, of course, money. You have to have money to invest. There is a way that you can buy the property, and she will talk a little more about that, how you can make money from flipping the properties. But my advice is that it's always best when you have money. As you know, there's several ways you can line up money for the deal. If you already don't have a cash equity, then you can possibly refinance your own home. We are big favorite of using your money to make money. I know an old-fashioned way, people like to pay off their house, and it's great. If you have hundreds, thousands, or millions of dollars in your bank, and you decide to pay off your existing home, it's a great thing. But if you don't have cash equity and you want to invest, then the great way for you is to pull out equity from your personal residence and to use that money for investments. For those type of loans, the best banks for that are probably the bigger banks, such as Bank of America, Chase Bank, or Wells Fargo. And that's the one way to line up the money. Another way is to go to the same banks if you have a good credit and ask for personal line of credit. That's what I had when I started. I had a personal line of credit, and I was using that credit, and I would buy the property as a cash buyer with that line of credit. I would fix it, sell it, or if I kept it in my portfolio, I went to the different bank, I got the permanent financing for that property, and then I would pay my line of credit back, and I would go over and over and over. For years, I used that line of credit, which helped me to flip several homes, and also I used the line of credit to buy multifamily investments as a down payment because of some of the deals I done with 100% financing. Another way, and basically my least favorite way is to go to the private lending. With private lending, it's more risk. You're paying a high interest rate. You have a 6 months note. If you don't do something in 6 months, you have pressure. And if you're not experienced investor, I would not advise you to do that. Again, I'm going to repeat myself. If you are not experienced investor, please don't do it because it's risky and you may get hurt. So regarding money, also the important thing is for you as the agent. Most of you are agents from our investment group. Okay, you have to see what is the way for you to increase the income, and very soon, I would say by September 15, we're going to launch new division in Realty, which is going to focus on weekly training for agent productivity. We got several other team leaders, and you're going to love this program. It's going to be awesome, and I feel that we're focusing so much investments, but we're also going to start focusing on our new agents and agents who don't produce, and existing agents, how you're going to make more money. So you really have to focus how you're going to make more money and how you're going to save more money so you can have money to invest. Okay, when you line up the money, then you have to make a decision what to buy. Texas is great. All cities in Texas, especially Houston. And the most discount you're going to get with the single family homes, especially when it's distressed property, the property what needs work, property what needs repair. We'll talk a little more later about investment strategy, but single family home is the first investment, what is probably the safest for you and easiest to get in. And you can get in and out, buy, fix, sell, or you can buy, fix, and keep for your long-term investment and creative cash flow and income. In the last webinar we had, last month, we had a guest speaker who was talking about money also, how he financed the properties for you. So that's if you have a good credit, and it's very important for you to have a good credit. If you don't have a good credit, you must fix your credit. We have a companies that we work with. Please email us and we will give you contacts who can work with you to fix your credit. If you have a good credit and you line up already cash equity, then you'll be able to put the property into the permanent financing. You'll be able to go to Sebastian for loans. Okay. Now I'm gonna turn microphone to Marie. She's gonna talk about her business. She's gonna tell you how she's doing the wholesaling and how she is successful buying the properties. She's also in our investment group. You can see postings from her. She also will be available for you if you're serious about investing. And the area, she's in area of town in Beaumont, which is a good area to invest. And she'll be available to you if you're serious about investing. She can even help you to get some of these houses for a low amount. You have no idea what advantage you have living in Houston, because Houston is a great city for investments. I know, especially now, since we live in Florida, in Miami, and Texas, we see how much harder it is in Florida, how much prices are higher in Miami versus Texas. So this is the great opportunity for you. And as you can see, from webinar to webinar, we're putting two and two together, bringing different speakers, different ideas, for financing, for flipping, for keeping the properties, to build their long-term financial wealth. And it's most important for you to follow our recommendations. So Marie, would you please tell us a little more about your business and how you buy the properties, and would you give some investment tips to our agents regarding investments in single-family homes?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Marie Lane. I am a realtor, an investor, and a wholesaler out in Beaumont, Texas. That is a very hot market for investing right now. We have a lot of flooded houses out there, and the investors in Houston, because the market is flooded out here in Houston, they're all going out to Southeast Texas to buy up properties, and it's a gold mine out there. So if you have an opportunity to invest out there, I'd jump on it. I do a lot of wholesaling. I'm able to lock up a lot of these deals. The type of marketing I use is bandit signs, postcards. I do spend over $5,000 a month in marketing. And for those of you who might not have that kind of money, you can still market for off-market properties on the cheap side of it by just get the little white bandit signs, and then you can just hand write on there, looking for I buy houses, and then put your number, and then you can just put them everywhere. Of course, you got to check with your city to make sure that you're not going to get fined for that. But right now in Southeast Texas, everyone has bandit signs, and the city actually isn't cracking down on anyone because they know we're trying to revitalize the cities out there. They're especially Port Arthur. Port Arthur is a good city to invest in. Now, Southeast Texas is pretty much a buy and hold type of investments. You can do a lot of owner financing. There's a lot of people looking for owner financing, especially a lot of the flood victims that have gotten some money from FEMA, and they're looking for a place to live. You can also use these for rentals. We're also focusing on marketing towards more multifamily out in that area. If you want to learn more about it, you can call me, but please, I'm like super busy. Only if you're serious, and you can call me and I can give you my number. We'll write it down for you, but it's 713-384-3600. 6033. And I'll be more than happy to help you find out. Oh, another thing, if you're a realtor, if you can't lock these deals up as a wholesale deal, you can still turn around and list them. So I turn these leads into listings if I can't give them what they're wanting. And you don't even have to pay when you're wholesaling. You don't have to put any money out. You don't have to pay for these houses. You assign it to another investor. And if you want to learn all about that, I can teach you how to do that as well. Okay. What else was I going to tell you?
Would you tell them what is your most successful technique for you to put those houses under the contract? Okay, and agents, what is very important here is when Marie contacts the sellers, and I don't know, did you catch that? When she contacts the sellers, her goal is to buy the property because she makes more money buying it.
Yes.
Okay. If she doesn't buy the property, then she's trying to get the listing on the same house. Okay?
Right.
And that's happening. So it's most important is for you to have a good strategy and a good system in place. It's all about system and to follow that system. Okay? Would you tell us, Marie, what is the I know every area is different, but in general, it's very similar, okay? Would you tell us what is your most successful way that you acquire the properties? You know, what is the, I would say the best technique, because there is probably several
to lock
techniques.
A deal.
Yes.
You just have to listen. And these people, you make sure that when you talk to these people, you have to remember they're in a distressed situation and they are looking for guidance. They're looking for someone to help them. So you have to sit there. I spend hours with people just listening. And, I don't make promises. I do guarantee that I will bust my butt to either sell their house if I can't buy it, or do whatever I can to help them out of their situation. I'm dealing with a lot of people that are, I'm working with banks to see if some of these deals, because these people still owe on their properties, to see if I can get them to do a short sale, and then I can buy the property that way at a lower price. There's so many different ways to do this, but to really lock a deal up, you have to get down at their level and you have to just listen to what they have to say, and that warms them over and they begin to trust you and they want to work with only you, because there is a lot of competition out there. And not to mention any names, but I outbeat some of the other major ball players out there in that area. And they tell me it's because I'm very warm and personal with them. So that's the whole key, is to really care. You just really have to care and not worry about the money. You want to put them first. And that's what I do. I treat it like it's my own house.
Okay. And what you would say to us, regarding the advertising, what is in your situation, what is the best advertising advice you can give to our agents? Because again, most of them are looking for deal.
Right.
There is, of course, we have big time players who are
Right.
Investors also, and they have their own techniques. But just what works for you at the best regarding the advertising to get to know this seller is looking to sell, this is a distressed property, and I can make a deal in here.
Right. There's a lot of ways to do it. I target neighborhoods. I send out postcards. But the most effective, because it gets really expensive, the most effective type of marketing for me has been the bandit signs. And it's what you write on the bandit sign. Don't just do like everyone else is doing and say we buy houses, we buy ugly houses. Think outside the box. I'll tell you what I use. I use Mom Buys Houses, and that catches everyone's eye out there in Southeast Texas, because I'm a mom and sometimes I take my little one with me, and that's the great thing about being a wholesaler. They don't care what you look like. I go out there in my shirt with my LRI for Luna Realty Investments, and then my baseball cap. You know, they see that we're legit, a legit company, and I go out there with my little one, and they like that. They see that you're family oriented, and they really like that. That's what I would suggest, is some kind of marketing like that. Bandit signs with my nana buys houses, or my dad buys houses. Just anything that's different.
Well, this works in any city. I know we have here in webinar, I can recognize the names with agents, investors from different cities, and basically I did this 20 years ago, this science, and I'm so glad that she's telling me still works today. And you know, when I did flip houses, this was working great, and it's most inexpensive way. You can spend thousands and thousands of dollars on marketing, including the following foreclosure list. You can do email marketing, you can do postcards. It gets expensive, but this way with the signs, you can be a part-time investor and buy one house there, one house there, one house there. If you are full-time, somebody who is full-time in doing this, they're doing some other things also. So you really have to find out where you want to be and what is your personal situation. That's the most important thing for you to see where you are, how much money you have, how much time you have. Do you have a full-time job? Are you a full-time realtor? How much time you can spend on this? So basically, if you are just looking to buy one house in a while, maybe to do the signs and decide, that's probably my advice. It would be a great idea just to try, okay? Or even better is if you don't have time even to do that, maybe for you is the best to get the house from somebody like Maurice, from the wholesaler. And I've been talking to you guys so many times about this, because they're going to make money on the flip, but the amount of money they're making means nothing to you, because you're still going to have a lot of equity in the house. You're still getting much better deal than an MLS. Okay, so I can't stress importance to you how much is important to know these wholesalers and to be in touch with them. That's why I want her to be here today, because she's posting some great deals. I'm talking to her about some deals in that area for owner financing. So, you know, it's important for you, if you're serious about this, to be active, to look at the deals and to be in touch with the wholesalers. Mauri, anything else you want to tell us regarding the investments in single-family homes? Any other?
No, I just wanted to tell you, if you can wholesale, I would strongly recommend that you try to do that. For example, my husband and I just locked up a deal on Friday for $25,000, and the house is worth $118,000, and without even having to market it to anyone, because I have a buyer who's also a friend and investor. I sold it to him the same day, and we're making $35,000 profit.
Wow.
And
what about Miami? Yeah. People tanya you there. We hear this. You buy the house in Texas, you know, for $25,000. What you can buy in Miami for $25,000?
Yeah, and see, he doesn't care that I'm making that kind of money, because he's going to turn around and just sell it owner finance for more than $118,000. Because you can take it up 10 to 50% on owner finance. I really don't think there's a rule on that, but we usually follow 10 to 15%. So he's going to make a killing on that one, and it's in a good area of Beaumont, Texas. It's on the West End.
Okay, something else I want to mention. Houston is big, huge. Okay, and many cities in America are like that, huge. Okay, so you need to focus on one area. Like she's in a Beaumont, it's a small city, a nice city, and it's outside of Houston, 1 hour away from Houston, and she's focusing in that area. You need to find your neighborhood you are familiar with. You know the properties, you know the prices, you know in a worst case scenario, if something happened that you can rent that house in a worst case scenario. You always have to have several exit strategies.
Exactly.
Am I correct? Several exit strategies. You want to flip? Great. But let's say market turn around and there's so many houses in the market, you can't flip it. Well, I want to sell on the financing. Maybe something can happen and you can't sell on the financing. There last thing you can do, and my least favorite thing to do, is to rent that house. Okay? I'm not big into the renting the houses, and unless it's in a great location, I appreciate it. Okay? You know, like I'm talking about Houston and C locations. I'm not talking about Miami. I'm not talking about Montrose. I'm not talking about Galleria in Houston. I'm talking about, you know, B minus and C locations. I'm not a big fan of renting the houses in those locations without appreciation much, okay? So basically, exit strategy is also very important, okay? Anything else you want to add?
No, just be aggressive. You know,
be aggressive.
Be aggressive.
Very good point.
Be motivated and go out there and make money. And use your real estate license to your advantage. If you're doing the wholesaling and you can't lock it up for what they're asking, just put it on the market. Put it on the market. I give them 3 options when I go out there, and I tell them up front what I'm doing. A lot of the bigger agencies aren't being honest and telling them what it is that they're doing. But since I'm a realtor, I feel like I need to disclose that information. So I tell them, I say there's 3 options. I can buy it from you cash. If you don't like my cash offer, I always go in low. If you don't like my cash offer, then I can push it off to another investor. If you don't like that option, I can list the property for you. And knowing the formula and everything, I can tell them what we could push it to another investor for, and we go from there.
Okay. Okay, well, let's open discussion now for questions. Please write questions in the chat, and we're going to repeat the questions loud, and then we're going to answer the question, okay? Any questions for me, Maureen? Anything regarding the this conversation? Anything else regarding investments? Please feel free to ask. Okay, well, best method to contact Maureen. Would you please write the phone number, please?
713-384-6033.
Do you have an email you want to type in? Or you don't prefer emails?
No, you can type my email. It's
Okay, we're going to also give you her email, and please contact her only if you are serious. She's very busy. She's got a lot of deals going, and we just want you to contact only serious investors.
Do I hit enter?
Enter.
Okay, anybody else any questions? Okay, I'm very serious and I have money. Dirk's saying he's very serious and have money. Great, okay, very good. Okay, so you can contact Maureen, and she can help you. She can, possibly put you one of her future deals.
Sure.
And advantage being NB Realty agent is that that you're going to be taken care of. For example, business is business, but when you're dealing with the agent from the same brokerage, it's a little bit different. You get a little better, treatment for sure.
We have a question from Michael. You briefly mentioned multifamily. Does Marie do a lot of that asset type?
I have locked up a lot of multifamily asset properties, but they go fast. And we are going to focus on those types of properties even harder. We're going to go at it harder for those. So yes, we are going to start focusing on that.
Okay, I have a question for Michael. Is this Michael from Las Vegas who moved to Houston recently? I apologize. We have almost 400 agents and we have several Michaels. So I just want to ask, is this a Michael who, would you reply please? Michael, do you hear me? Not the same Michael. Okay, okay. Well, just to, okay, just to let you know, recently, I mean, probably 6 months ago, we had an agent from Las Vegas and he moved to Houston, and because of investments, he hanged his license with Realty and he represents investors. And this was right after hurricane, and he just moved here because of opportunity and investment. So, you know, this is the area and place to be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so you have to take advantage of the situation. Okay. I mentioned in a previous webinar that's very important for you to open bank account and make a relationship with the smaller banks. We also have the banks in our investment groups, also to line up your loan situation with Sebastian. Line up your money, guys. Whatever you do, don't start spinning wheels and looking for deals if you don't have the money lined up. Line up the money. If you have in a bank, great. If you don't have in a bank, look for line of credit. Whatever you need to do, okay? Is there a way, Dina, Patricia, would you repeat, please?
Yes.
Loud. Please speak here in the microphone.
Yes. Is there a way to watch previous webinars?
Yes, it is. Can I have please, okay, guys, I have mentioned this in a previous webinar. We have really great news to share with you, that this is in our website. We have area on the right side, members login. Oh, I need to share the screen. Okay, one moment, please. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you right now. Okay. Is everybody can see the screen? Please reply on the message. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yes, okay, great, okay. Okay, so in our website, in the right corner where you see here, Howdy Nebo, we have area called member login, okay? Every agent is going to have a login and password to log in into our website, only for our agents and few selected investors approved by me. Inside in there, we have three areas of three segments. One is a single family investments, multifamily investments, and agent productivity, okay? As you can see here, educational links, okay? Agent, business and productivity, single family investments, and multifamily investments, okay? When you click here, agent, business and productivity, you have webinars which are very, very productive ones. This webinar was done by Yolanda. Yolanda, she's our team leader and supervisor in Dallas, and she's a producer. And this is a must watch. Any agents, even agent producer, must watch this to see how you get business, how you can increase your productivity, okay? Then we have more webinars by me, by guest speakers, okay? How to convert the leads into the sales, broker advice regarding the business, setting up your goals. So many webinars regarding the agent business. The second here is single family investments. In here, we have many webinars teaching you how to invest into the single family homes. And this is all free for our agents. If you're really serious my advice to watch all these webinars, including the webinar today. It's going to be posted on. It's going to be posted here. Okay, as you can see here, single family home investment guest speaker, Efrain Gilardo, one of the investors from Houston, owner, financing notes creator. Okay, investing in single family homes. This is a webinar, so we have several webinars here for that. Okay, then you're going to like this in multifamily investments. Okay, multifamily investments. You have a multifamily webinar. Also, I think I was presenter teaching you how to invest in multifamilies. We also have a guest speakers in there, and you also have here NV Elite Realty apartment template. Okay, if you click here, this is gonna open, and this is our template. With this template, you can analyze the property and know to see what is the cash and cap rate return on the property. Okay, and basically you have to learn how to do this, and I have this in our multifamily template. I'm sorry, multifamily webinar. I have an explanation how to do the spreadsheet, how to analyze the property with the spreadsheet. Here, if you buy for yourself, or if you represent a client, you can figure out what is the cap rate, what is the cash and cash return on each deal. Okay, so those are very important things. Okay, okay, let me save this. Okay, any questions? Any questions regarding regarding the website and all the webinars? Please send us the. Let me see what I'm. Please write in the chat.
I think there is a question, so go back to it if you can.
Trisha, why don't you take over now? This.
Yes, let me see. So.
Okay, questions. Okay. Okay, so Dina, Michael. Okay, Michael is asking. Petrusha.
Let me just answer this on this topic.
Okay.
Yeah, how do we get the login? So
okay.
Please email to info@mblrealty.
Can you write down, please?
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down as well. And just request login, and we're gonna do it in 24 hours or less. So just email.
Okay, it's very important to get login information so you can have this material. Also, if you are not a member of our NV Elite Investment Group on Facebook, you can request to join, and also like and follow us on Facebook to get all the notifications. Sometimes our marketing email, and we use several different domains for marketing emails, sometimes emails go to the spam. So it's extremely important for you to like and follow us on Facebook and to request to join NV Elite Investment Group to get all the notifications regarding the webinars, events, and also we are ready in the next 2 months. We're going to launch new program, which is going to be luxury division for NV Elite Realty. So that's going to be totally different. We're still going to keep same business model like we have with this company, but we're adding the luxury division, Florida and Texas, which is going to have several team leaders and several agents, producers are joining us, and we are very much excited about that. Petrusha, would you please write down about Facebook, to like and follow us on Facebook and to request to join NV Investment Group? Okay, Mike, you write that, please. Can you write that? And I'm going to answer this question. Are most of the multifamily properties that you find in Southwest East Houston?
In Texas.
Southwest Texas.
Southeast.
South Texas, not Houston. You want to reply?
Yes, I only focus in Southeast Texas because I live in Beaumont, Texas. So most of the properties that we acquire are going to be Beaumont, Port Arthur, Orange, Lumberton, Silsbee, and the list goes on.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? Doesn't matter where is the location of the multifamily, okay? For the multifamily, you're going to pay top dollars for A locations. For A locations, you're gonna need, I would say, close to 50% cash equity down payment in order to generate cash flow. But you're gonna see more appreciations. As you go down with the location B and C, you're going to have a more cash flow, but also you're going to have a more intense management. You're going to have a more turnovers, and it's a little bit harder to manage those properties if you don't have experience. Okay, so if you have a good job, are you making a lot of money as the agent, then you may probably invest into A plus or A minus location. Okay, if you're looking for cash flow, then you have to go for B minus or C plus locations, and that's my advice for you if you are starting, because you have to go for the cash flow. Okay. Okay. More questions, please. You have to shut down the screen first. More questions? That's good. That's good. Please like. Okay. Any questions? Can you please write the questions instead? We have to mute everybody, please. Can you write the questions in the chat? Best way to get phone help for agents issues. Okay, Dirk, we have. I would say if you really need something, you can call office cell phone. But we really like when you guys email us, because when you email info@realty.com, everybody can get involved in that email. If it's something for brokerage, is me, then I get involved. I call. We have several departments. We have a coaching department. We have accounting department. We have people who approve CDS. So I would really prefer with the email. But Petrusha, would you please share the office cell number? And please, again, we really prefer most of the business to done with the email, because it's way business goes today, and in that case, everybody is copied, and then person who really can answer the question gets involved. If you feel it's going to be a longer conversation, then we call you, and that's what I do. I'm there, guys, for you, 6 days of the week. I answer all the emails, all the calls, and sometimes if you need administrative help, I prefer for the office to handle that. But if it's a broker question, then I'm there for you.
Stephanie asked, if you do find a property that has good investment potential, can we share that on the Facebook group?
Yes, we do that all the time. If you have it, you can post it, and also, we have other agents, investor post their deals. You post your deals on investment group all the time. So there are deals in there, yes. Other questions? Mori, anything else you wanted to add regarding the multifamily?
A lot of these multifamily that I acquire, they are either a full rehab or they already have tenants in them. So right now I have 2 of them that I'm gonna talk to the owners. We've been going back and forth because they pretty much want market, but they're already leased, and these tenants have been there with them for over 12 years. So I'm talking to someone else is thinking of actually owner financing them for what the seller is wanting, and still making his profit that way, and then pay him off after so many years. So that's another way to acquire these types of, not just multifamily, but any kind of property. But as far as the multifamily, a lot of them do need rehab, especially out in Port Arthur, and a lot of them are already leased.
Okay. Any other questions? We have only a few minutes left, so let's just shoot the questions, please. Okay. Would you write, Petrus?
All right, so Stephanie is asking, I have several properties.
Microphone, please.
I think you can hear me. I have several properties, but I'm finding some challenges in managing them. Do you have any tips on how to best manage your properties? For example, managing insurance.
Okay. Is this Stephanie?
Yes.
Stephanie, I'm going to answer the first part of the question. The second part, how you, for example, managing insurance. I'm not clear. I don't understand that question. Managing insurance, okay? Regarding the management, you really have to see what you're managing. It's a longer conversation. It's definitely a longer conversation. If you want, you can email me and I will call you and talk to you about that. But basically, just in a few words, you really have to be focused. And as a manager, well, the question is: are you managing your own properties? Are you managing for somebody else? That's another discussion. But if you're managing your own properties, you have to learn how to save the money, how to save every penny, and you have to really educate yourself regarding manager. You need to know everything regarding the repairs, so no contractor will take advantage of you. Second, you have to be very aggressive as a manager. Okay, you have to be with the dates, with the time, with the evictions, and you have to be able to stand up to the tenants. If you are not firm, and if they find that you are weak as a manager, that can really hurt you. So you have to be firm. You have to play by the book. You have to play by the rules. You have to be able to answer the maintenance calls, I would say, less than 48 hours. And the very important thing I'm going to tell you in the last is you have to have a good maintenance man. Good maintenance man can help you tremendously. Am I correct, Patricia? Jose, our maintenance man, has been with us. How long has Jose been with us right now?
I think this is 8 or 9.
8 to 9 years. We have a Jose. He's our lead maintenance man. We also have a Lisa, who's our manager, and basically, you know, she's a good manager. She's strong. She knows how to stand up, and she sent them a text to the tenants. Girl, do you know who you're dealing with?
She's very personal.
She's there in other. She's over there. She doesn't hear me right now. She's over there in the same office here. She managed our properties in Houston from this office. So we own management company also, me and Patricia, called Global Star Properties Management. So if you ever need help, I can let you, Stephanie, talk to Lisa one day. She can give you a few more tips, you know. And she's
only conventional tips.
So anyway, but I mean, you know, it's a tough thing. It's a really tough thing. That's why we manage only our properties, only properties we own. We had a million times before people ask us to manage, and we say no, we don't. We're not in that business, and you know, we've been managing ours for over almost 25 years now. So, if you ever need more business, you can let us know. We can recommend you, but it's important really to be on the top of the game. Okay, any other questions? We are coming almost to the end.
Okay, so Stephanie explained a little bit on the insurance. So she says a lot of costs go towards insurance, and I'm wondering if you know of any places that sell cheaper policies. Some won't offer liability, and I have to buy a separate policy for that. I heard some investors use a main policy to insure several properties on one policy to keep costs down. Do you have an insurance agency you recommend?
Yes, I have a very good, and I would say the best insurance in Texas. And this is a benchmark insurance company. They insure all my properties, my houses, my apartments, my commercial triple net properties. And owner name is Jivar. He's a business associate, and I can call him friend. And he's the owner. And I'm going to give you his number. He's very, very busy, so you may not be able to get him in a cell number, but I'm going to give you company number. So it's 281-569-4353, and Jivar number, cell number is 832-640-2478. Okay, and if you're calling about single-family homes, you need to talk to Jennifer. Petrusha, put that down, please. Jennifer for single-family homes and David for multifamily. And just to tell them that you are with NBLit Realty and that I recommended you and that for them to take care of you, okay? But also you can call Jivar directly and let him know that you are my agent. Try to call Jivar on his cell phone too. He may answer, okay?
Jennifer for multifamily, right?
No, David is for multifamily. Jennifer is for single family. Okay. Any other questions?
I think there's scroll up.
Okay, scroll up, Petrusha. Maybe there's more question.
She just said thank you. And then
No, there's one more. Go down.
Okay.
That's me. Dina, is investment group different from MBLE Realty Facebook page?
Yes, it's different. It's private group. You have to request to join. When you request to join, we get notification, then we approve you. It's different because on our Facebook, we do postings for social media to promote our company for the new agents, but also to promote you guys as the agents to the public. Sometimes we get leads from social media because we have a marketing company who markets NBLit Realty all over Texas and Florida. So it's important for you to be on our Facebook page, but if you're interested in investments, then you must join NBLit Investment Group. You go on Facebook, you request to join NBLit Investment Group, and we're going to accept you.
So how you find investment group on Facebook?
You just search. First of all, you
like page first.
First, you have to like our NBLit Realty page. When you do that, that's going to give you option to search for the group, NBLit Investment Group, and then you request to join. Right again, NBLit Investment Group, please. Okay, any other questions? Any other questions? Anything else, Maureen, before we go?
No, we're good.
Right?
Yes. Okay, well, I want everybody, I want to thank you for attending webinar, and I want to thank you for coming, and because I think today is another World Cup game, but we are kind of busy with everybody with real estate, so we missed some soccer games, but hopefully you still be able to watch some. I want to congratulate the 4 teams because we have agents from those countries. I want to wish your country success in a last few games in the semifinals, and I want your country, whoever that is, to win the World Cup. And it's a big competition, as you know. And I'm also hoping that some of you will join us tomorrow night at Dallas. We're going to be there from 6 to 8. Again, thank you for attending, and we will see you. We will see you soon. Marie, thank you for coming. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
And all the best, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.